Hi, D. Krause here again with another book review, and this time it's another ebook. Oh, just a moment here, there you go. The Last Woman Standing by Thelma Adams. Now this book is about one of my favorite Western characters, Josie Marcus, who was the mistress, the lover, wife, whatever you want to call her, of Wyatt Earp. If you've ever seen the Kevin Costner Wyatt Earp movie, then she is the character that's portrayed by Joanna Going. Rather perfectly, I think. I mean, at least based on what we know about Josie Marcus, which we really don't know that much about Josie Marcus because she was a rather contentious individual when it came to biographers. She sued just about everybody who wrote just about anything about her and Wyatt Earp. In fact, she even sued over some manuscripts that she herself had written. So the details about her life are a little muddled, and okay, that's fine. Because what makes her so compelling, in my opinion, is the obvious love and regard that she had for Wyatt Earp, and vice versa, Wyatt Earp had for her. And so, given that, that I like this character, always had, I was all for this novel, even though I'm not a big fan of historical romances. Historical novels, yeah. But I can do without the romance tropes that tend to turn very good stories, very decent novels, into bodice rippers. Unfortunately, that happened here. Adams simply cannot resist turning this fascinating character in a fascinating situation into a kind of cliche that romance readers demand. For example, there's one point where Josie's fiancé, Sheriff Johnny Behan, another historical character, refuses to honor a promise that he made to Wyatt Earp, and she gaspingly wonders, oh my gosh, how can I trust him to honor any promises he makes to me? Oh, come on. That's the kind of complete self-absorption you expect from 21st century schoolgirls, not 19th century tough-as-nails adventuresses. Because I'll tell you, from what we know about Josie Marcus, she was tough. Nobody's fool, and probably had Behan's number right early on, and probably had Wyatt's eye right early on. Not in a trampy way, but because she was a free-thinking woman who knew what she wanted. A guy like Behan, backstabber that he was, never stood a chance with her against somebody who's such a straight shooter, no pun intended, like Wyatt Earp, which is adult and mature way to approach things, not childish and simpering. There are just too many instances where she's just far too childish and far too simpering for my taste. Perhaps I'm all wet. Perhaps Adams actually has the better portrayal. I guess I'm going to need to get another camera because this is the second time that this camera has crapped out on me just before I got to the end of a review. Okay, so what was I saying? I think I was saying that I thought the portrayal that Adams made of Josie was a bit too simpering and childish, but I could be all wet. It could be that her portrayal is the more accurate one, even though it's not one that I personally agree with. And I'm kind of thinking it's not, because to survive in this atmosphere, especially Tombstone back in the 1870s, you had to be made of sterner stuff, and especially to attract the eye and the heart of Wyatt Earp. Still, I give Adams a lot of credit for taking on the character, and if she's not written the way that I would have preferred, that's okay. I do think that Adams had romance overshadow the historical a little too much, but she knows her readers better than I do. And I do appreciate the effort, because I'm in love with Josie too. Old guy out. See you next time.